Let's be honest, does the word portfolio just fill you with dread? You know, late nights, a mountain of paperwork, and this nagging feeling that it's all a bit pointless? Well, if that sounds familiar, you're in exactly the right place. Because today, we're going to flip that script. We are going to turn that dreaded chore into what it's truly meant to be, your personal career superpower. So, here's the plan. First, we'll tackle that feeling of dread head on. Then, we're going to completely redefine what a portfolio actually is. Hint, it's more than a folder. After that, we'll get into the secrets of making it truly your own, unlock the incredible power of reflection, and finally, show you how it all comes together to become your professional map. All right, first things first. Let's just acknowledge the elephant in the room, shall we? For so many of us, the idea of keeping a portfolio is tied up with a whole lot of resentment and, frankly, confusion. And it all boils down to this question, right? Is this thing just a pointless chore that you have to do, or could it actually be your most powerful tool? I know for many, it feels like the first one, but I promise by the end of this, you're going to see it in a whole new light. I mean, who here has been there? It's the night before a big review and you're frantically trying to write 12 months worth of entries, just pulling stuff out of thin air. We've all done it. And when you do it that way, of course it feels pointless, but that's not the portfolio's fault. That's the process's fault. And we're going to fix that. Okay, so to make this work, we have to completely reframe what a portfolio even is. It's time for a total redefinition. Because it is so much more than just a binder you lug around or some folder buried on your desktop. Look at those keywords, personal and dynamic. This isn't some dusty museum of your past achievements. Think of it as a living, breathing thing. It's a tool that doesn't just record where you've been, it actively helps you figure out where you're going. It directs your journey. And this is the crucial mindset shift. For your school, sure, it's a box-ticking exercise. It's a collection of evidence for them to assess. But for you, it's a personal command center. It's where you collect your experiences, reflect on what they actually mean, and then, most importantly, plan your next move. And when you break it down, the structure is actually super simple. It's a logical loop. You've got your goals, what you need to master. You've got your evidence, the proof you did something. You've got your commentary, what you actually thought about it. And you have an action plan, what you're going to do next. It's a cycle of constant improvement. So you might be thinking, okay, this sounds good, but how do I actually make it feel like that? Well, let's get into the secret of making this whole thing work for you. And trust me, it's not as complicated as you think. You can forget all the other complicated advice you've ever heard. It really all comes down to just two fundamental rules. That's it. Two. If you can nail these two things, the whole experience changes from a burden into a massive advantage. Rule number one, and this is non-negotiable. You have to take complete ownership. You have to believe deep down that this portfolio is for you and you alone. Not for your tutors, not for your school, for you. And rule number two, you've got to review it regularly. Not the night before it's due. I'm talking weekly, maybe every other week. Keep it alive, keep it relevant. And this is what happens when you do that. This quote from Mina just nails it. When you really take ownership, it stops being a chore and it becomes your personal map. It shows you the path you've already walked and helps you navigate the road ahead. So what's the engine that drives this map-making process? It's one word, reflection. Now, I know, for a lot of people, that word can make your eyes glaze over. It sounds boring or vague. So let's break it down and make it something real and powerful. I love this quote from Davin because so many of us have been there, right? Boring. But he had that aha moment. He realized reflection isn't some weird, abstract task. It's just structured thinking. It's about making your own brain work for you. So what is it really? Well, it's a skill, a technique. It's like developing a third eye that allows you to step back, look at your own experiences, and squeeze every last drop of learning out of them, whether they were good, bad, or just plain confusing. So how do you actually do it without just staring at a blank page? You use a framework. And this 6-step cycle is brilliant. For literally any experience, just walk through the steps. What happened? How'd you feel about it? What went well? What didn't? What does it all mean? What could you have done differently? And the crucial last step, what's your plan for next time? Okay, theory is great, but let's see this thing in action. We're going to take a super common example. A student goes to a really confusing lecture, we've all been there, and comes out feeling like they learned absolutely nothing. A total waste of an hour. But instead of just writing it off, this student used the cycle. And look at this transformation. They went from just feeling nervous and useless to a powerful insight. Their confidence was shot before the lecture even started because of what other people had said. And that led to a concrete, empowering action plan. That is taking back control of your own learning. That's reflection. And hey, just a quick practical note. As you're building all these amazing reflections, you're probably going to use an e-portfolio. They're great, super easy to access and store everything. But you got to think ahead a little. What happens to all that work when you graduate? Can you still get to it? How secure is it? Just ask those questions before you commit years of your professional story to one platform. So let's bring it all home. We've talked about what a portfolio is, how to own it, how to reflect. But what's the big payoff? Why does all of this really matter? Because at the end of the day, this is not about ticking a box for somebody else. This is about putting you in the driver's seat of your own professional life. A living portfolio helps you see the gaps. It helps you say, hey, I'm really not that confident with catheters. And then it gives you the framework to plan exactly how you're going to fix that. That's real motivation. So think of it this way. Your portfolio is your professional story. It's the map of where you've been, and it's the compass for where you're going. The tool is there, waiting to help you write that story with purpose and with intention. The only real question left is, are you going to be the one holding the pen?